Dahl, fantastic Mr. Fox. 8. The fox began to starve. That evening, 3 tents were put up in the character on the hill, one for Baucis, one for Bruce, and one for Bean. A tent surrounded Mr. Fox's hole, and the 3 farmers sat outside their tents eating their suppers. Baucis had 3 boiled chickens smothered in dumpling. And Bruce had 6 donuts filled with disgusting ghost liver paste. And Bean had 2 gallons of cider. All 3 of them kept their guns beside them. Baucis picked up a steaming chicken and held it close to the foxhole. "Can you smell this, Mr. Fox?" he shouted. "Lovely tender chicken. Why don't you come up and get it?" The rich scent of chicken wafted down the tunnel to where the fox were crouching. "Oh, Dad," said one of the small foxes, "couldn't we just sneak up and snatch it out of his hand?" "Don't you dare," said Mrs. Fox. "That's just what they want you to do." "But we're so hungry," they cried. "How long will it be till we get something to eat?" Their mother didn't answer them, nor did their father. There was no answer to give. As darkness fell, Bruce and Bean switched on the powerful hand clamps of the 2 tractors and showed them on to the hole. "Now," said Bean, "we'll take it in turn to keep watch. One watches while 2 sleeps, and so on all through the night." Baucis said, "What if the fox digs a hole right through the hole and comes out to the other side? You don't think of that. You didn't think of that, did you?" "Of course I did," said Bean, pretending he had. "Go on then, tell us the answer," said Baucis. Bean picked something small and black out of his ear and flinged it away. "How many men have you got working on your farm?" 35, Baucis said. "I've got 36, Bruce said. I've got 37, Bean said. "That makes 180 men. 8 men altogether. We must order them to surround the hill. Each man will have a gun and a flashlight. There will be no escape for Mr. Fox." And so the order went down to the farms, and that night 108 men formed a tight ring around the bottom of the hill. They were armed with sticks and guns and hatchets and pistols and all sorts of other horrible weapons. This made it quite impossible for a fox, indeed, for any animal to escape from the hill. The next day the watching and waiting went on. Baucis and Bruce sat upon small stools staring at the foxhole. They didn't talk much. They just sat there with their guns on their laps. Ever so often Mr. Fox would creep a little longer towards the mouth of the tunnel and take a sniff. Then he would step back again and say, "They're still there." "Are you sure?" Mrs. Fox would ask. "Positive," said Mr. Fox. "I can smell that man Bean a mile away. He stinks."